They said Beyoncé was untouchable, a queen above scandal, a fortress no one could ever break. But Jason Lee just shattered that illusion in a way nobody saw coming. The internet is on fire tonight, fans are in tears, and Beyoncé has reportedly gone completely silent. Because what Jason just exposed doesn't just threaten her image, it threatens to destroy everything she's built for over 2 decades. Moments ago, Jason dropped a bombshell so massive that insiders are calling it the biggest celebrity betrayal of the decade. Private footage, leaked audio clips, and personal messages have surfaced, painting a picture of Beyoncé's life that's darker, more chaotic, and more heartbreaking than anyone could have imagined. The shocking twist? People close to her, people she trusted for years, may have been the ones feeding Jason the truth. And the secrets they revealed? They go way beyond music. We're talking about hidden breakdowns, betrayal inside her own circle, and a series of cover-ups that could rewrite everything we thought we knew about her. Right now, the Beyhive is spiraling. Millions of fans demanding answers, hashtags exploding across Twitter, and celebrity insiders whispering that this time, Beyoncé might not recover. Because this isn't just gossip. This is personal. This is war. And if the rumors are true, the world's biggest superstar has just been stabbed in the back by someone she never saw coming. The world froze the moment Jason Lee hit that post button. Within seconds, timelines turned chaotic, phones lit up, and every entertainment blog from TMZ to The Shade Room went into meltdown mode. Jason didn't just drop T, he detonated a cultural bomb. And the name on everyone's lips? Beyoncé. It all began when Jason went live on Instagram, his tone cold, confident, almost surgical. "Y'all think you know Beyoncé," he said, leaning into the camera. "But y'all don't know what's really been going on behind that perfect smile." The chat exploded. Hearts, crying emojis, people begging for context. Then he dropped it. "Someone close to her reached out to me and sent proof." That one sentence sent the internet into cardiac arrest. Proof? From Beyoncé's inner circle? Nobody believed it, until Jason started playing a muffled audio recording. A woman's voice, trembling, almost whispering, could be heard saying, "She's not who she pretends to be anymore. She's been breaking down." You have no idea what's really going on inside that mansion. Within minutes, theories flooded X, formerly Twitter. Hashtags like Shah Protect Beyoncé, Jason Lee exposed, and Beyhive emergency was trending worldwide. The Beyhive mobilized faster than ever, flooding Jason's DMs, spamming his comments, even calling for boycotts. But Jason wasn't backing down. He went back live hours later, smirking. "If y'all think I'm lying," he said, "wait till you hear what comes next. Y'all favorite superstar's been living a double life." Screenshots began to circulate. Alleged text exchanges between Beyoncé and an unidentified figure, referencing meetings in LA and media control plans. One message read, "They can't know what we did." Not now. The internet went feral. Some said it was AI generated. Others swore the timestamps lined up perfectly with Beyoncé's recent public appearances. Then someone leaked security footage, a blurred clip of a woman who looked strikingly like Beyoncé arguing with a man backstage at a concert. The audio was faint, but you could make out one line clearly. "You promised me this would never get out." That single moment ignited every gossip outlet across the web. Suddenly, old interviews, cryptic lyrics, and strange public sightings were being reanalyzed under a new suspicious light. Insiders began coming forward, or at least people claiming to be insiders. One former tour assistant told a podcaster, "You'd be shocked if you knew how many people had to sign NDAs just to keep quiet about her mental state last year." Fans refused to believe it. Others said it explained everything. The mysterious disappearances from social media, the sudden cancellation rumors, the guarded appearances where Beyoncé looked distant. But it didn't stop there. Jason hinted that he wasn't acting alone. "There are others who want the truth out," he teased. "I'm just the messenger." That one line sent chills across the internet. Who were these others? Could it be someone within Beyoncé's camp? A rival artist? Or worse, someone from her own family? Then came the first major twist. An anonymous account posted a screenshot of an alleged DM exchange between Jason and someone labeled JP. The messages read like a secret deal. "Drop it tonight. She'll know we mean business." Within hours, the Beyhive had cracked the initials. JP. Could it be Jay-Z's associate? A producer? Or, as some wild theories suggested, Jaguar Wright using an alias to fuel the chaos? Meanwhile, the mainstream media tried to ignore it. No one wanted to be the first outlet to run the story, not with Beyoncé's legal team known for striking hard. But that only made the internet hungrier. YouTubers, TikTok sleuths, and so-called celebrity psychics started dissecting every move. Clips of Beyoncé looking tense at recent events went viral. A frame of her wiping away tears during a live performance suddenly became proof of emotional collapse. Then, another bomb. Jason posted a new clip late at night. Beyoncé's voice, allegedly from a private studio recording, saying, "I can't do this anymore. They think I'm in control, but I'm trapped in my own life." Fans screamed. Others said it sounded edited. But the damage was done. Headlines exploded. Leaked audio suggests Beyoncé's private struggles. And once the story took root, it wouldn't die. Insiders now claimed Beyoncé had been isolating from friends, and that Jay-Z was trying to keep her away from the noise. But sources close to Jason insisted it was deeper, that the truth Beyoncé was hiding wasn't about her marriage, her music, or her image. It was about who she trusted. Leaked group chat screenshots from verified industry insiders showed Jason boasting, "She thought nobody would talk." But money talks louder than loyalty. The internet lost its mind. Could someone from her own team have sold her out? That's when an unverified account claiming to be a former Parkwood employee dropped a massive thread, alleged receipts of NDAs, meeting notes, and internal memos suggesting Beyoncé's management was scrambling to contain an emotional incident just days before Jason's exposé went live. Twitter melted down. One post read, "So they knew this was coming?" Another said, "Beyoncé's team tried to silence someone, but Jason got to them first." The next morning, paparazzi captured Beyoncé leaving a studio, wearing all black, face hidden, no entourage. The photo went viral in minutes. People zoomed in, claiming her eyes were red, that she'd been crying. Headlines screamed, "Beyoncé seen leaving studio after Jason Lee's explosive reveal." Fans begged her to speak. She didn't. Her Instagram went quiet. No posts, no stories. Just silence, the kind that makes rumors grow like wildfire. Then, as if to pour gasoline on the chaos, Jason appeared again. Calm, smug, almost triumphant. "I told y'all," he said. "The truth hurts. And I haven't even dropped the full receipts yet." The internet collectively lost its breath. Full receipts? What else could he possibly have? Within hours, celebrities started taking sides, or at least throwing subtle shade. Cardi B liked a cryptic tweet that said, "The mighty always fall when they play with fire." Rihanna unfollowed Jason. Nicki Minaj tweeted a single broken heart emoji, then deleted it. Meanwhile, Beyoncé's team released a statement, brief, cold, and almost too controlled. "We are aware of the false reports circulating online. No further comment will be made." But the damage was already irreversible. Screenshots were spreading faster than her team could contain them, and the Beyhive had turned divided, half defending their queen, half demanding answers. Then, late that night, a new voice entered the chaos, someone claiming to have been in the room when the audio Jason leaked was recorded. They tweeted, "It's worse than you think." That wasn't a breakdown. It was a confession. The world stopped. Fans flooded the comments begging for clarification. But before anyone could get more answers, the account vanished, deleted, scrubbed clean. And just when everyone thought things couldn't spiral further, a new clip began circulating. This time it wasn't from Jason. It was a leaked voicemail, a woman crying, whispering, "They told me this would never go public. Tell them I didn't mean to betray her." The voice? It sounded eerily familiar. Some say it was one of Beyoncé's closest friends. Others believe it was a backup singer. Either way, it was the crack that split the internet in half, because if that voicemail was real, it meant Beyoncé wasn't just betrayed. She was being watched, and by the next morning, the chaos wasn't just online anymore. By sunrise, the entertainment world was in complete meltdown. What started as a rumor had morphed into a full-blown global crisis. Beyoncé's name was everywhere, trending across platforms, dominating news cycles, and sparking a war between fans, insiders, and other celebrities who'd stayed silent for years. TMZ parked outside her Los Angeles home. Paparazzi swarmed every black SUV that looked remotely like hers. Fans stood outside Parkwood's office with signs reading, "We stand with Beyoncé," while others screamed, "Speak your truth, queen!" The Beyhive had never been this divided. It wasn't fandom anymore. It was civil war. Civil war. Then Jason Lee went live again. This time the tone was darker. No laughter. No cocky grin. Just him in a dimly lit room, staring into the camera. "I told y'all it was bigger than music," he said. "And now the people who fed me this information? They're scared. Phones are being wiped. NDAs are being reissued. They're scrambling." The chat blew up. Viewers begged for names. Jason leaned back and said, "If I disappear, just know I didn't lie." Beyoncé's been keeping secrets about something she couldn't control. Something she's been hiding from the world for years. Then, silence. The live ended abruptly. Moments later, whereas Jason Lee began trending. People speculated he'd been silenced. Others claimed Beyoncé's team sent a cease and desist. But one anonymous blog dropped a chilling post titled, "Jason didn't lie. Here's what he found." It contained a blurry image, a supposed internal Parkwood memo discussing image rehabilitation protocols. The date? Just 2 days before Jason's original live, screenshots flooded Reddit. One line stood out: "Contain leaks regarding 2016 incident. Reinforce media strategy. Silence all internal chatter." Fans went feral. What incident? Why 2016? Some pointed back to the infamous elevator fight with Solange, suggesting it was just the beginning of something bigger. Then came the twist nobody saw coming. A verified account belonging to a major music journalist tweeted, "There's footage." Jason wasn't bluffing. The truth involves Jay-Z. Within minutes, that tweet vanished, but not before thousands had screenshotted it. The speculation exploded. Some claimed Beyoncé had discovered something devastating about Jay-Z years ago, something that broke her emotionally, and she'd been covering it ever since. Meanwhile, Jason's social media accounts flickered, posts disappearing, then reappearing. It was like someone was remotely accessing his pages. Fans noticed his last story had a cryptic message. "They told me to stop." But the truth is already out. And that's when the leaked recordings began. A voice note surfaced online, reportedly between Jason and a confidential source. The woman in the clip said, "You don't understand. She's been unraveling for years. What you saw on stage wasn't confidence, it was survival. They're protecting her from herself. The internet couldn't breathe." Some claimed the voice belonged to a publicist. Others said it was a relative. Theories collided, each more insane than the last. But one detail shook everyone. The woman mentioned a hidden folder on a device Jason supposedly had, filled with videos, messages, and studio outtakes that would end careers. Then a post went viral. A screenshot of an alleged message from Beyoncé's cousin, deleting old photos, captioned "Family over fame." Fans flooded her comments, demanding answers. She blocked thousands in under an hour. The silence only made things worse. That night, Hollywood's biggest names started subtly reacting. Kim Kardashian posted a black screen on her story with the words, "Some idols were never saints." The timing was too perfect to ignore. Doja Cat liked a tweet that said, "If Beyoncé's really been hiding all that, what else has Hollywood covered up?" Meanwhile, Jay-Z was photographed alone at a private dinner in New York. No ring, no smile, just a phone pressed to his ear and a face that looked carved from stone. The caption on every blog, "Jay-Z looks shattered after Jason Lee's reveal." A few hours later, someone leaked what appeared to be a voicemail between Jay-Z and Beyoncé, recorded without consent. The audio quality was rough, but the words were crystal clear. "Jay, you can't control what they say anymore. It's out, Beyoncé. You promised me. You said it was handled. You said she'd stay quiet. Jay, she took the money, bae. I can't undo that." Then, a sob. A long broken sob before the call cut off, the world imploded. Was it real? Fabricated? AI? Nobody cared. The emotional impact was too real. The Bayhive flooded the comments with crying emojis, heartbreak threads, and conspiracy theories. Theories that maybe, just maybe, the she Beyoncé referred to was someone from inside her own family. Meanwhile, Jason reappeared, this time on Twitter Spaces. Tens of thousands tuned in instantly. His voice sounded shaken. "They're trying to make me look crazy," he said. "But I have everything. The recordings, the photos, even the messages from her closest team members. This isn't about hate. It's about truth." Then, out of nowhere, a female voice cut in, loud, panicked, furious. "Jason, stop. You're going too far." The feed glitched. Silence. Space ended. Within minutes, people started claiming it was one of Beyoncé's team members trying to shut him down live. But before anyone could confirm, Jason's account went dark again. Gone. Every post, every video wiped clean. At that exact moment, a strange clip began spreading. Security footage from what looked like a private studio. Two figures, one unmistakably Beyoncé, pacing, shouting, slamming her phone on a table. No audio, just silent chaos. The caption? The night before Jason's post. Social media went nuclear. Fan pages started collapsing from hate comments. PR insiders tweeted cryptic warnings like they're about to spin this hard. Don't believe what comes next. Then, like clockwork, major outlets suddenly switched tone. Instead of reporting leaks, they started publishing sympathetic stories about Beyoncé's mental health and emotional stress. It felt orchestrated, like someone had pulled a string. Then a celebrity makeup artist went live in tears, saying, "You think you know her, but you don't. I've seen her cry on the floor. She's human." The clip spread like wildfire, confirming to fans that whatever Jason had exposed, it broke her. By midnight, fans noticed something chilling. Beyoncé's official website went black. No merch, no tour links, nothing. Just a single message. We all have a breaking point. Within minutes, it vanished. Her team claimed it was a technical glitch. No one believed that, and that's when the blacklist leak dropped. A so-called insider shared screenshots of a list allegedly created by Beyoncé's PR team, names of influencers, journalists, and celebrities labeled untrustworthy. Jason Lee's name was at the top. But the shocking part, a few names beneath his were famous singers, supposedly people Beyoncé once called friends. That single document flipped the entire narrative. Suddenly, it wasn't just Jason versus Beyoncé, it was Hollywood versus Hollywood. Old rivalries reignited. Artists began unfollowing each other in droves. Drake posted, "Funny how the truth always comes out," then deleted it 5 minutes later. By now, the public wasn't asking if Beyoncé was hiding something, they were asking how long she could survive it. Fans begged her to speak, to release a statement, to tell her side. But Beyoncé stayed silent. No live, no tweet, no comment. Just darkness, and that silence became its own story. News anchors discussed it like a global emergency. Hashtags like "Owl, where is Beyoncé?" and "I pray for Beyoncé" dominated every platform. Fans claimed to hear helicopters circling her mansion. Others said they saw black cars arriving at odd hours. Then came the final blow of the night, an anonymous email sent to multiple gossip outlets. With the subject line, "You don't know the real reason she stopped smiling." Inside, a single image. A blurred photo of Beyoncé sitting alone in a dimly lit room, staring at a phone, tears streaking her face. The timestamp? The night Jason first went live, and the caption beneath it, written in all caps, read, "She's not an icon anymore. She's a prisoner." The world went silent because for the first time ever, it looked like the most powerful woman in music might have finally lost control of her own story. The night after the leaked photo went viral, Los Angeles felt different, like the air itself was holding its breath. Every streetlight, every whisper, every notification sounded like another secret waiting to explode. Inside her gated mansion, Beyoncé's world had gone completely still. Her phone sat face down on the marble counter, vibrating nonstop with calls from publicists, family, and celebrities she once trusted, the same ones now liking Jason's posts. The Queen had been dethroned, at least in the court of public opinion. But what nobody expected was her silence. Insiders whispered that Beyoncé hadn't slept in 2 days, that she'd locked herself in the studio. No team, no assistants, just her and a single mic. The same space that built her legacy was now the chamber of her breakdown. One engineer leaked a voice memo later described as haunting. In it, you could hear her mutter, "They think they broke me, but I'm still here." Then, a faint, bitter laugh. Meanwhile, Jason Lee's name became bigger than ever. Every podcast, every headline, every reaction clip had his face on the thumbnail. He'd gone from gossip blogger to global villain overnight, and he loved it. But behind the scenes, even Jason was spiraling. His DMs were full of anonymous threats. One message read, "You've made powerful enemies. Be careful who you trust." That morning, a new leak hit the internet. A private group chat screenshot between multiple A-list celebrities. The title, "Damage Control." And at the top of the list, Beyoncé's name. The messages showed high-profile stars discussing how to distance themselves until the storm passes. Among the names mentioned, ones you'd never expect to turn on her. The betrayal was public, brutal, and unstoppable. And then, in a twist that stunned even her most loyal fans, a mysterious Twitter account posted a 15-second clip. Beyoncé sitting at a piano, face tear-streaked, whispering the words, "They thought they ended me, but this is only the beginning. They thought they ended me, but this is only the beginning." The clip hit 30 million views in under an hour. But the real shock came next. Jason Lee commented under a repost with a single fire emoji. The internet erupted. Was this confirmation that Jason was in on whatever came next? Or a final act of mockery? Nobody could tell. Rumors started swirling that Beyoncé was preparing a response, not an interview, not a statement, but something darker, louder, and far more personal. Some claimed she was working on a secret visual piece. Others said it was a tell-all track. Her fans called it Project Phoenix. Meanwhile, major networks tried to contact Jason for interviews. He refused them all, until one night, out of nowhere, he went live again. This time his eyes were bloodshot, his tone frantic. "They're trying to bury me," he said. "You think I wanted this to go this far? You don't understand, there are levels to this." He reached off camera, fumbling with something, then pulled up a folder labeled Final. The audience went silent. Jason whispered, "This is what they didn't want you to see." He clicked. The screen flickered. Static, distortion, then an image. Beyoncé in a recording booth, surrounded by security. The audio that followed was nearly indecipherable, but you could hear her voice rise. "If they want truth, I'll give it to them. All of it." Then the stream cut out. Jason's page went black. No one knew if it was a hack, a takedown, or something worse. But minutes later, a new post appeared on Beyoncé's official Instagram. A single black square with the caption, "Midnight." The internet caught fire. Midnight where? What was coming? Twitter, YouTube, Reddit, everyone prepared for impact. Theories stacked like dominoes. Some believed she was about to drop a diss track aimed directly at Jason. Others whispered that she'd expose everyone who'd betrayed her, even Jay-Z. At exactly midnight, Beyoncé's YouTube channel went live. The thumbnail, her silhouette against a burning backdrop. The title, The Truth. Millions tuned in instantly. The video opened with silence, then a heartbeat. One slow, deliberate beat that grew louder until the screen flashed to her face. No makeup, no filters. Just raw, trembling eyes. "You've heard their lies," she said, her voice low. "Now hear my pain?" What followed was cinematic, surreal, and devastating. A montage of clips, paparazzi flashes, screaming fans, betrayal headlines, all spliced between her standing alone in an empty stage. Then came the lyrics, verses that felt like daggers, each one sharper than the last. She didn't name names, but every word burned with the weight of truth and revenge. One line made the internet freeze. "You sold my secrets for a headline, but you can't sell my soul." Within minutes, fans declared it her revenge masterpiece. Jason's name vanished from trending lists, replaced by "Doc the Truth, A Queen Returns, and Doc They Couldn't Break Her." But the chaos wasn't done. Because hours after the video dropped, Jason's Twitter reactivated, with a single post. "You think that was the whole story?" Suddenly, new DMs leaked, alleged messages between Beyoncé's camp and Jason, suggesting that both sides had struck a deal to ignite publicity before her next project. Was the entire scandal orchestrated? Had the public been manipulated from the start? Fans didn't know what to believe anymore. Some felt betrayed, others called it genius. But the emotional toll was undeniable. Beyoncé's video had cracked something open, not just in her image, but in the entire celebrity machine. People began questioning everything. Every feud, every leak, every candid moment ever seen online. Meanwhile, Jason posted a story hours later. "We're all actors in someone else's production," then deleted it. By dawn, Hollywood felt like a battlefield of ghosts. Influencers deleting tweets, journalists retracting stories, brands quietly distancing themselves from both camps. But Beyoncé, she didn't run. She didn't hide. That morning, she stepped out in public for the first time in days. Dressed in white, head high, no entourage, just silence. The cameras screamed. She didn't flinch. As flashbulbs lit up around her, one reporter shouted, "Beyoncé, any comment on Jason Lee's claims?" She turned, gave a small, knowing smile, and said, "The truth always sings louder than the lies." That clip alone broke the internet. Fans wept, memes flooded TikTok, hashtags exploded anew. And for the first time since the chaos began, Beyoncé looked untouchable again, like a queen reborn from the ashes. But as the world celebrated her return, an anonymous user posted one final cryptic message. You only saw what they wanted you to see. The real truth is still hidden. And with that, the story wasn't over. It was only the beginning. If you've made it this far, then you already know. This story isn't just about fame. It's about power, loyalty, and what happens when the mask finally cracks. What Jason exposed changed everything. But what Beyoncé did next might rewrite celebrity history forever. So before you scroll away, don't. Because what's coming next? You don't want to miss it. Hit that like button right now, drop your thoughts in the comments. Who do you believe? Jason, Beyoncé? Or do you think the truth is still out there, waiting to explode? Make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. Because when the next piece of this scandal drops, it's going to make this look small. And trust me, the next leak, it's not just going to shake Hollywood, it's going to expose it. Stay tuned. Because the truth isn't done talking yet.